Have you ever sat down to play a game for like 10 minutes and then suddenly realized 3 hours have just vanished? Yeah. If you've ever meticulously placed a bunch of monkeys to pop an endless stream of colorful balloons, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Today we're diving deep and cracking the code on the strategy behind the legend that is Bloons Tower Defense.
And when I say legend, I mean it. We're talking about over 10 million players worldwide. I mean, that's not just a popular game. That's practically a global pastime. And it's all built on this super simple, but let's be honest, ridiculously addictive idea.
And this is it, right here. Your one job, your entire purpose in this world is to pop every single balloon before it gets away. Sounds easy, right? Well, that's the beautiful trap, because hiding behind that simple goal is a crazy deep ocean of strategy.
So let's back up for a second. What even is Bloons TD? At its heart, it's a masterclass in the world of tower defense, which is all about protecting your home base.
Now, if you're new to this whole tower defense thing, the big idea is pretty cool. You don't actually control any units that go out and attack. Nope. The enemies, in our case, the balloons, are going to come at you on a set path. Your job is to build a defense along that path to stop them. It's all about thinking ahead, you know? It's proactive, not reactive.
Okay, enough theory. Let's get our hands dirty and build your very first popping strategy. Nailing these fundamentals is, without a doubt, your first big step to total balloon popping domination.
So you start with a totally empty map. How in the world do you turn that into a fortress that shreds balloons like they're nothing? Well, it all comes down to this simple, beautiful, repeating cycle that is just so satisfying.
Here's the loop, the engine of the whole game. Step 1, you place towers. Step 2, they pop balloons for you. Step 3, popping balloons earns you cash. And step 4, you use that cash to buy more towers or, even better, upgrade the ones you've already got. Then you just repeat. It's this awesome feedback loop that makes you feel more powerful with every single round.
But here's the real secret, the thing that separates the rookies from the pros. This loop isn't just about popping balloons, it's about the money. The entire game is this constant balancing act. Are you spending now to survive, or are you saving up for something big later? Spend too much, you're broke when the tough rounds hit. Save too much, and you get completely overrun right now. That economic tug-of-war, that is the real game.
Okay, next up, let's talk about building a smarter, stronger defense. Because trust me, where you put your towers is just as important as which towers you buy.
The whole idea here is to get the most bang for your buck out of every single tower. So you want to look for spots where the track loops back on itself. Put a tower there, and it can hit balloons 2, maybe even 3 times. Got a big open space? That's perfect for your long-range towers. And don't forget to look at the map itself. Sometimes putting a tower up on a little hill can make all the difference.
Now, a great defense is never about just one superstar tower. It's about building a team where everybody plays a part. You've got your primary towers, right? They're your reliable workhorses. Then you bring in the military towers for that serious heavy-duty firepower. Magic towers? They do all sorts of weird, awesome stuff. And finally, support towers are the unsung heroes. They make every other tower on the screen better. You absolutely need a mix of all 4 to win.
Okay, so you've got the basics down. You're placing your towers like a pro, and your bank account is looking healthy. You're feeling pretty good, right? Well, the game is about to get a lot harder. Welcome, my friend, to the late game. Because let me tell you, those simple red and blue balloons are about to be a distant memory. The game is going to start throwing some seriously nasty stuff your way, and these special balloons are designed for one reason: to break through your carefully built defenses. And here are the 2 big troublemakers. First, you've got camo balloons. These sneaky things are literally invisible to most of your towers, so they'll just cruise right on by unless you have specific upgrades to spot them. And then there are the MOAB class balloons. These are just giant floating tanks with a ridiculous amount of health. Taking these down requires a whole new level of focused firepower.
So winning in the late game really boils down to a few things. As you can see, clever tower combos are the biggest piece of the pie. You have to have towers that work together to beat things like camo and Moabs. Your economy is still hugely important for getting those super expensive upgrades, and of course, timing your special abilities just right can literally be the difference between winning and losing.
And yeah, your money strategy has to change as the game goes on. Early on, it's all about cheap, efficient towers, just survive. In the mid-game, you can start investing in some bigger, more powerful defenses. But by the late game, it becomes a frantic scramble to manage your cash so you can afford those top-tier upgrades and keep the pressure on.
So, let's bring it all home. Let's tie everything we've talked about together and put you on the path to becoming a true Bloons TD master.
You know, when you really get down to it, mastery comes down to these three things. First, adaptability. You can't use the same strategy on every map. You got to change things up. Second, prediction. You need to know what's coming next and be ready for it. And finally, resourcefulness. Squeezing every last drop of popping power out of every dollar you spend.
And really, it all comes down to this one simple truth. Predict what the Bloons are going to do, build a defense that can stop it, and use your money wisely. That's it. That is the secret sauce. That's what turns a good player into a great one.
So there you have it. That's the playbook for success. You got to balance your money, you got to master your tower placement, and you have to combine your towers into powerful, balloon-destroying machines. The only question left is, what's your master strategy going to be?